I like being alone. Not because I don't care, but because peace feels better than forced conversations. I like quiet mornings with no expectations. Long walks where I can hear my own thoughts. Moments that belong only to me. Once I feared silence. Now I crave it.
97% of women that go to college are not wifeable. And before you get emotional, studies have shown college-educated women are significantly more likely to delay marriage and prioritize career over family compared to previous generations. Going to college means spending 4 years conditioning women to be workers, to show up, follow instructions, climb the ladder. But by the time she graduates, she's perfectly trained to listen to her male boss more than her own man at home. Within those 4 years, women are placed into environments that normalize hookup culture, drinking, partying, hyper-independence, the whole I never need a man mindset, and also just the feminism that her college friends operate from. And because women are highly influenced by their environment, both emotionally and socially, most women unfortunately become products and conditioning of that culture without even realizing it. Not every woman, but 97% of women do, because a woman's natural instinct is to follow. And that natural follower instinct for women isn't a bad thing if they actually follow the right things. And let's be honest, it's hard to beat 4 years of indoctrination. That's why finding a feminine, family-oriented, disciplined woman today feels really rare. But don't worry, they're out there, but she just probably won't have a degree. And make sure to follow for more common sense content.
And what you're seeing from a lot of these men, the men that women are calling or hoping to be chivalrous, the very men that they're saying, oh, he's not chivalrous, he's not a good man, he's not a gentleman, you don't know what you're talking about, quite frankly. A lot of brothers still know how to, be thoughtful, plan, and do all of these other things. It's just, first of all, you're disrespectful. Second of all, you're not really putting out anything that would make that man want to really get to know you. There ain't nothing to get to know. You're acting like a loser.
Bravo, absolutely smart, king move. I can go on and on because it's almost as if men can have standards and they can actually have a problem with something that a woman might be doing in her life. And by the way, why did you leave him to figure that out? That should be something that is outwardly given as information, because you should assume that most men would absolutely have a problem with this. Am I right, guys?
Stop dating women. Guys, you need to understand that dating is very short term. You go to bars, you go to clubs to find a woman to, hopefully be with her for a couple months' time, have some good quick, and then on to the next. You are now becoming an addicted simp. You may not believe this, David. Me? No, not a chance. 100% you are. The rise of incels, Pornhub, OnlyFans subscriptions, and weak, loserish men, while dating and hookup culture has continued to rise, is astronomical. In fact, what you're doing is now subconsciously pedestalizing them. You are losing any frame, any base, any authority you have as a man, and you're becoming useless. Instead, do the opposite. Stay based, learn thyself, become useful, gain skills, resources, increase your spiritual connection to God, and through that, my friend, you become the prize, women chase you, and you decide whether or not you move forwards.
And I think we have to look at how draining dating has become. We have to look at, the reason, or another reason that men are checking out of dating is because, dating has started to feel, for a lot of men, it's a little bit more, a lot more draining. You're not really hopeful like you used to be. It's more draining than it is exciting. You have, can't believe I'm gonna say this. You don't really have anything to look forward to, right? I'm so excited to take this lady out. It's gonna be a great time. Even if it ends up being bad, there's still excitement in there because it's like, man, I got out and I'm out here just moving and grooving. it's not really like that for a lot of men. And so that's another reason that they kind of check out.
When you hear single women saying, I can't find a good man, you're not finding them. You're not discovering them with a telescope to see where they're at. No, you're sorting through them. There's a difference. Yeah, because you have your choice. You are the one in power. You can be like, no, too stupid, too ugly, too hairy, next. We can't do that as guys. We can't be like, no, too crazy, too crazy. That comes standard in all of them? Okay. I like doing that joke because there's two type of women in the room right now. The ones that laughed at that joke, kiss them. Those are beautiful women. They know how to take a joke. They know I didn't say that personally to them. Then there's the ones that are staring at me like this. Because she thinks I'm talking about her. And I am.
Women are not looking for leaders. I don't really believe in this.
Don't say that!
Women of today really don't like the word submission. It sounds good for them to be able to post about it, but is it actually something that they really want? Do you really want men to lead, or do you just want men to be in a position to provide? And that's what I see. I see so many women today. It's like, yeah, I want you to provide the leading part. I don't need you to lead me. I'm a grown woman because this is mine. This is my furniture, my thing.
They don't sound like they need to be in a relationship.
But that's that's the population.
Why would you want a man in your life if he's not leading?
The things that I see is like people don't. Women are not looking for leaders. I don't really believe in this.
Don't say that. You're generalizing.
Majority, because I don't want y'all coming for me.
Thank you, because I'm about to come for you.
Majority do not want to see leaders, because when you use the word leadership, it makes it seem like you are weak because now you're having to submit. And the women of today really don't like the word submission.
The women of today.
And I'm saying that some women of today do not like the word submission, because submission does not mean that you're following weakly. It just means that you're surrendering to the moment that you married or the moment that you came into the relationship with to say, I want you to lead. It's okay to lead as long as the bill's been paid, as I keep going back to that. But when it comes leading to saying, hey, this is not working. Can we look at our budget again? Can we be entrepreneurs? Can we rebuild this? Can we go back and scratch it? No, that's not going to work. Those are things that has to be brought back to the table. And that's where the man needs to come in the forefront.
So let me ask you a question, hypothetically speaking.
I don't think these modern women really understand the level of peace that a man receives when he stops messing with modern women, when he stops entertaining modern women. No longer is it, and we can even separate the dates, right? Oh, I got to take you to this expensive restaurant. We can separate that. We can just talk about how you keep up mess every day for no reason. You're always getting into something that you have no business being in, talking about you're doing it for the plot, and I've got to listen to the nonsense when I could be thinking about making money, doing a hobby, enjoying a hobby, picking up another one. Which one do you think is more appealing?
Every woman here would agree that we don't want men bringing their sexual experience and sluttiness to the table. We want men bringing their kindness, their godliness, their honesty, their communication skills, their education.
I'm going to translate that womanese for you guys. This is women speaking from a perspective that the guy's already attractive. There's a reason why nice guys finish last as a phrase. Women say these things, but you're not actually aroused by it. You want the bad boy. You want the guys that are attractive, the guys that can tell you to shut up, make a sandwich, right?
I think you're stuck in 1950 and you need to wake up and realize you're in 2025.
No, that's precisely my point, is we're 2025 and women have changed.
For the better.
For the worse, actually, but that's fine.
Okay.
But
did you know that a woman invented Wi-Fi? You couldn't even upload your rage bait videos without her.
This is incredible. If we had to rely on your guys' ingenuity, okay, we'd be rubbing sticks on Wi-Fi. Fantastic. But yeah, men can't be whores because it is difficult for a man to be a whore, and whore is a pejorative term that is only attributed to women because it's easy for you guys to get sex, not easy for us. Men have to bring something to the table to get sexual access. Women don't.
Because women are picky and women aren't easy, and we don't go for anything with a hole. Thank you.
Proves my point.
Men melt when a woman speaks softly. But a lot of women don't want to hear that because they think being sweet makes them look weak. But that's a huge mistake because a woman's greatest power is her softness. Think about it. If he wanted another alpha energy in his house, he would have married another man. So if you ever have caught yourself thinking, he never does anything that I ask him to, it's probably because you talk to him like you're another guy challenging him. Try using your feminine, soft, lighter tone of voice more often and just watch how differently he treats you. I've never heard a no from my husband when I speak to him gently. He's even told me that he can't resist when I ask that way. If it feels hard to switch into that sweet version of you, it's because you've permanently turned on that masculine energy without even noticing. And that puts your relationship at risk. That's why I created my free quiz to help you find out which energy you're in most of the time, masculine or feminine, and how to fix it before your relationship crumbles. Comment quiz and I'll send it to you.
And a lot of these modern women, they say a lot of stuff that's demeaning. They talk about how men are shaming women, but a lot of these modern women out here shame men a lot. They say some off the wall stuff. They say some crazy stuff to disrespect a man. And when a man says, okay, that's how it is, you have to understand when you say stuff like that, when you do stuff like that, a man, you're going to call him cold. You're going to say that he's emotionally unavailable. But really, part of that, or maybe even a good portion of that, was you talking trash. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Like Kevin Samuels always used to say. You two were worried about shaming him and insulting him. Now that man seemed cold and distant, and you're not looking at what you did that might have caused that.
I was like talking to this guy and on Hinge, and we were getting along really, really well. And then he was like, hey, do you want to do drinks on the first date? And I was like, oh, I don't do drinks on a first date because of a bad experience. Would you be down to get dinner instead? And he said, I don't do dinner on a first date because of a bad experience. And I was like, oh, what's your bad experience? And he was like, oh, well, a lot of girls have gone on first dates with me and then ghosted me. And that's just a lot of money to spend on a first date. He was like, what's your bad experience? And I was like, well, I was drugged on a first date where I went with a guy for drinks, and I just want to be like 100% present. I don't want any alcohol. So that's just what the stakes just feel so different.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather be alone and respected than taken for granted. Loneliness gets a bad reputation because people assume the man sitting by himself is the man that couldn't find someone. They never consider he's the man who refused to settle for someone who did not value him. There's a version of alone that's not empty, it's protected. Some of you are in relationships right now where you are more invisible than the single man eating dinner by himself. You're physically next to someone who mentally forgot you were there. You give, and the return is silent. You show up and effort is never matched, and you stay because you're afraid that leaving means starting over. But staying in a place where your presence doesn't register is not loyalty, it's self-erasure. Being taken for granted doesn't announce itself. It's the partner who stopped saying thank you. The relationship where your consistency became the expectation instead of appreciation. The dynamic where you show up fully and the only time it gets noticed is when you stop. A man who walks away from being taken for granted is not bitter, he's awake. He looked at what he was receiving versus what he was given, and the math just didn't add up, so he chose himself. In that decision, the one that looks lonely from the outside, is the most dignified move he's ever made. Being single is a season. Being unseen by someone who is supposed to see you is a different kind of lonely entirely. Alone and respected will always outweigh taken and invisible.
Have you seen on Twitter that they'll have a picture of this handsome dude and be like, yeah, he did all this, and then how many girls he matched with, or they don't even care?
That's insane. Like, if a guy's been, but dude, let me tell you something about girls, myself included. We love to give people benefit of the doubt. Girls would read that and be like, at least he's honest.
Bro, that's so insane though. That's
Green
so
flag.
insane.
Girls in a girls group chat, at least he was upfront about what has happened. You can just cut the chit chat. He's good looking. Match made in heaven.
Did you get that thing oiled down? Oiled down? Yeah, did you get it oiled up? Oiled up. Hold on, wait a minute. You talking about the oil change? Yeah. So why don't you just say that? I mean, what the every time I come over here, you always gotta take me through this sexual rigmarole, man, with your terminology, man. What the is wrong with you, man? Man, just come on, man. Finish cutting my hair and I can get the out of here, man. Come on, cuz. I got you. So I'm at the end now. You want me to get you from the back? Get me from the back. See, this is the I'm talking about. Man, take this cape off. Get me from the back. You talking about taping me from the back? Travis, come on. Cut this.
I see why men only do upper body. Right, because this workout that I just did made me feel like I had to throw up, for real. I started the workout with, today is my unilateral leg day. Who told me to do that? I started out with Bulgarian split squats. Went into single leg deadlifts with the barbell, which is working all core, right? All core. I mean, all your stabilizer muscles are just being worked. Went into doing walking lunges with dumbbells after that. Did some step ups today. Ended the workout with single leg hamstring curls and single leg calf raises. I know you think we don't know this? Like, for the most part, I don't care about folks in the gym. But the people that I see all the time, I can't help but to know that I see you all the time. The men that are seen all the time. And y'all be doing 4 to 5 upper body days. 4 to 5 upper body. And then we'll do a leg day like once a month. Like, this is crazy. You know how easy my gym life would be? Easy. If I only went in there and did, and then not only that, if I only went in there and did some upper body. Easy upper body. Not pull-ups and push-ups and bench press, right? I'm going in there and did tricep push-downs and an easy ass. Man, please.
You know, the healthiest and happiest population subgroup are women that have never married and never had children. Yeah. We love it when evidence confirms what we always do. That's called confirmation bias, by the way. So, but that's interesting, isn't it? Because the narrative is something quite different, particularly for women. You know, if you see a single woman of 40 who hasn't had children, bless. That's a shame, isn't it? Maybe one day you'll meet the right guy and that'll all change. No, maybe one day you'll meet the wrong guy and that'll all change. Maybe you'll meet somebody that will make you less happy and less healthy and die sooner.
I'm going to see, and I want you ladies to do the same thing, what's best for you. May the best man win. Point blank, period.
I literally just posted a video about how when you bring up your concerns to a woman, they don't ever make it about that. They always think you trying to control them or tell them what to do. And this is her response to a man who concerned that she talking to other men. And the only reason he concerned is because he taking her serious. And I can tell you for a fact, when I'm not trying to get with a woman, I don't give a what you doing. I don't care who you talking to. So it's real interesting how on top of that, every video y'all be making is talking about how men don't care about women. But you actually had the audacity to say, may the best man win. Who the is trying besides the man you making a video about, but clearly ignoring? And this is why we keep saying, y'all don't want good men. Y'all want bad men to treat y'all good. And that's okay. If y'all want to be delusional, be delusional. But why y'all keep talking about this love? Why y'all keep talking about good men and how they don't exist? Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's the only irritating thing. Because y'all be saying some hateful and hurtful because of the dumb y'all got going on in y'all head. May the best men win. They them all, sis, is what they saying. Yeah, no wonder why y'all getting the results y'all getting and don't want to take accountability for it's ridiculous. Subscribe to my YouTube, Plan of Reality.
Broski, this is what it is. Girls want a guy that's already a millionaire.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
But listen.
Brother, the average millionaire is 60 years old, bro. So it's not even like realistic, bro.
Yeah.
So girls come online, I want a Hermes bag for my birthday, I want a Birkin, I want this. Bro, that's £30,000, £50,000. Bro, where do you want this guy to get this money from, bro? How much is the highest paid job in the UK, though? Like a very good job, ain't it?
It's probably about 100.
It's not 100.
No, the most you could get would probably be 100. Take away taxes, 60.
Yeah, but for a man to be on 100k, that is a mad job.
I know, that's a mad
What's the
crazy
likelihood
job.
of getting that? What's the likelihood? It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
After tax, it's not.
So do you know what it is, bro?
Average salary is like what, 28k in the UK?
Well, you know what it is, bro? So people need to come off the internet and come back down to earth.
Y'all really out here not talking to dudes because they got Android phones? I am sitting here scrolling the internet, laid up in my bed, and I come across a video, and it's a guy, and he asking these girls, like, do you not talk to dudes if they got Android phones? And they responded like, if he got an Android, he lose 50 points. I'm not talking to him. Now, I jokingly talk about that green bubble because it is a little irritating. But Androids cost just as much as iPhones. Like, y'all really tripping. Like, y'all mad weird to not talk to a guy because he got an Android phone. It don't bother me not one bit. I'm more concerned with, can you spell? What you texting like on that Android? That's what I want to know. Y'all concerned about the wrong stuff. That's the problem. Get it together. Y'all weird.
can go the entire day without calling you, texting you, or at least wanting to know how you're dating.
There are plenty of guys that won't text you every single day. And the more that we listen to this black and white clickbait bullshit, the further away from real connections that you are. Because if your number one focus is, did they call me or text me or ask me how my day was going, versus how are they showing up for me? Are they making consistent plans? Do we have conversations of depth? How else do they show up? You're only shooting yourself in the foot. Listen, you want to listen to this advice? Go ahead. Let me know how your dating life is going if you're going to cut people off because they didn't text you for an entire day, versus understanding that people have different lived experiences. You might not know this person well enough, so why would they include you in their day-to-day when you're not part of their life yet? And no, you don't become part of someone's life by just fucking texting them. You become part of someone's life by getting to know them, spending time with them, scratching the surface, having conversations of depth, and seeing how they interact with you outside of their fucking phone. Because spoiler alert, you can automate texts and plenty of people can send you good morning and have zero intentions of pursuing a relationship with you.
Say I want a man that make $100,000. You eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%. Half of them gay. Or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, this is Leos or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women.
He's 5'7", the love of your life. He's 5'7". That may be a little disappointing, but this is me telling you that the man who you say you're looking for, the one who's funny and charming and sexy and breathtakingly competent, is 5'7", statistically. For all you know, he may even be 5'6". The man who will be a wonderful father and incredible life partner, the one who will know just by looking at you that it's time to leave the party and go home and put on pajama pants and become one with the sofa, is 5'7". The one whose eyes you'll be so glad your children got, and who you will not even be able to imagine your life without, is 5'7". The one about whom even the idea of living one day in a world without him is so heartbreaking that sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and touch his back just to make sure he's still breathing. It's 5'7". Now, think about that there's some sliding doors universe in which you arbitrarily click a box that makes it so you never even meet your husband. In fact, you never even see his face because of one momentary decision based entirely upon your ability to wear uncomfortable shoes. These aren't even shoes you wear a lot. You're gonna pass up all of that for a pair of shoes that you could wear anyway? That's so stupid. Don't do that. Don't deny yourself the absolute wonderful moment where your husband tenderly brushes the hair away from your face, kisses your lips, and looks into your eyes and says, "Honey, I'm 5'8". Follow me for more of whatever this is.
Men just need to step up. I just think the men are weak. If a man can't find a wife, he's weak. It's not only It's not all this other crap. It's not the Dubai trip. Yeah. It's not the woman's fault. That's my point.
No offense, brother. You're a flat earther about to recognize that the earth is round, bro.
No, you're wrong.
What you're saying is
wrong.
When you see how outrageous the standards that women have for average guys right now, you're saying two things that cannot be true at the same time. Right. They cannot say the average guy, if he just tries, gets a woman, and then at the same time say women should have higher standards. But I agree with you that women should have higher standards. Yes. The issue that I'm saying is the idea that the average man can just go out and find a woman right now is hokum. But it is not true at all.
I think average men should just become above average.
Exactly.
That's fine. But mathematically, what happens then? What happens to the average?
The average goes up.
The average goes up, and then women's standards then also go up. That's what we've already seen for the last 40 years. The original point was the average guy is just going to go out there and not be horrifically rejected by the majority of women he encounters. You are about to be massively disillusioned. The way women are treating men now is high standards anymore.
Women, or are we talking about these old?
I'm talking about the average woman. I'm talking about below average looking women who are not on OnlyFans. I'm talking about all of them, because they're still exposed to social media. The social media is the problem that is deriving the standards that people have. That's where a lot of this is coming.
You know what?
Morgan Wallen, you have 10 minutes to respond to this message before I go and walk down the aisle. It's not too late. Let me know.
Let me know. Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You are 10 minutes away from walking down the aisle, and what's on your mind at that point in time is a celebrity that doesn't even know you exist. Not the man that proposed to you, not your family and friends that showed up to support you, not the fact that you are about to commit to this man for the remainder of your lifespan. You are sending a message out to a celebrity that doesn't even know you exist. And the message you want to send to him is,
If he's willing and ready to accept you, or if he wants you, you will call off the whole wedding right then and there. Some of y'all deserve to be lonely in the worst way. And the funny thing is, I looked in the comments, there's a couple people saying, oh, it's a joke. That's not a joke you play on your wedding day. And then you posted it for the world to see. I hope that man divorces you, because that's disrespectful. I don't care what anybody says. That's disrespectful. On my wedding day, I'm probably palms are sweaty, I'm nervous, and my wife is in a completely different room making a video to a celebrity that doesn't know she exists and saying to him, I'm willing to call off this wedding if you want me. I hope your husband sees the light and divorce you. I'll be honest with you, because the level of disrespect is just, it's outrageous, unattainable. It's just sickening, to say the least. But you know what? Fortunately for you, you ain't got to listen to shit I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
How much would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I personally would rate myself a 10.
I think I'm a 10 because I really think I'm pretty.
I think I'm a 10. I know I'm a 10. I'm confident that I'm a 10.
I'm a 10.
Good for you.
I'm a 10. I'm fat, but I'm a 10.
Looks-wise, I'm probably like a 6. Personality-wise, 10.
Oh, I'm gonna go low. I'll go 2. I don't.
We're so 10.
We're 10.
We back ourselves. Realistically, like
an 8. I was gonna say an 8. Yeah.
10. Without a question.
No, BMS, babe.
Broke my scale.
Broke my scale. 10, 11.
I would say I'm an 8. Solid.
10.
You gotta believe in yourself.
10.
If I'm being honest, I think I'm an 8.
10. 10.
How much would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 10. I'm Hispanic and I got a fat.
You want to know why a man is walking away when it's all going to and in an argument and he's not answering his phone anymore? He's sick and tired of you projecting your insecurities onto him and making that whole conversation about you when all he was trying to do was tell you how he felt, or that maybe he thought that you guys would be better off if you changed something because maybe that could help your relationship in the long run, which is called, I don't know, communication. That is why men are done. That's why they walk away. Because every single time he speaks to you, you're projecting your insecurities and your negative thoughts about yourself onto him as if he said them to you, and he never said anything of the sort. Just because he turns around and says to you, maybe you should eat a salad because you know what the doctor said, it's not him telling you that you're fat. Him turning around to you and saying, I don't appreciate it that we're doing this in a relationship currently. Can we maybe change that? It's not him calling you a wife. Stop projecting your insecurities upon him and maybe then he'll talk.
I'm here with Nisi. We're gonna find out the percentage of your ideal man existing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. What's the minimum income this person has to make?
$60,000 a year.
$60,000 a year? What's the minimum and maximum age for you?
Minimum age would be 40. Maximum age would be 60.
Do you care if they're married or single?
No, they gotta be single.
Gotta be single?
Yes.
Okay. What's the minimum height for you?
They gotta be at least 6 feet or taller.
No short kings?
No.
What race do you prefer?
Black or Hispanic.
The probability is 0.25.
Right.
They said on the losing score, you're a 4 out of 5.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Seeing if you can broad jump your length. Broad jump your length. Huh? All right. 2 out of 3? Huh?
Yeah.
2 out of 3? 3. Oh, we get 3 tries, 3 attempts. I'm one take hold though. You know how I get there. One take hold.
Oh my God.
I'm one take hold, man. Jenny's turn. I let me get ready for a day, though. Okay. All right, go. Okay. Whoa, you screwed that shit up. Sorry, your cheat. Jenny, you just... You gonna cheat?
I didn't cheat. You know I put it right back.
Jenny, you... Okay. Come on. Your cheating ass. That's it. You... Okay, go.
Started like that.
No, I did. I was behind the damn blue. But go ahead. My tips at the blue. Go ahead.
My tips are at the blue.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey. Come on. Nope.
I knew that one was gonna be bad.
Nope. Your heels gotta be over there at least. And we're off. You got it, boo-boo. Nope.
Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all pushed all the good men away, called submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price.
We now exist in a culture where it is popular, or it's getting more popular, to critique women, particularly Black women. Put another way, we exist in a time where now I'm seeing more Black women criticize other Black women. And that is not something I'm used to seeing. Like, I very much believe that we've existed in a sister code, and women who have stepped outside of that were ostracized. I mean, look at Shahrazad Ali, right? Where she was pushing against feminism back in like the 80s and 90s, and they were just making fun of her. They're characterizing her. They were just, you know, she was kind of like the brunt of the joke in modern media because she was not aligning with like feminism, which was being pushed. But now fast forward later, and we're seeing all these women say the things that she was saying decades ago. And a big reason is because the economy is really pushing this. Women are starting to recognize they cannot pay their bills. The government is not there to save them. Those programs are being removed, and that is forcing these things to the table.
Me? Dating? Shit. And I'm gonna give you the number one reason why I'm not getting back out here in these dating streets, and y'all gonna understand. It ain't the sprinkle, it ain't the arguments, it's not the 50-50 conversations, it's not finances, it's not none of that. The number one reason is them, I ain't ask you to do that for me people. I drag my balls across broken glass and gasoline before I ever let another person tell me that again in my face. So you in this relationship, you communicating, you validating their feelings, you validating them, you doing all the small things, even gifts of appreciation. You just mostly checking all the boxes. And then when you bring up, hey, you're not reciprocating some of these things that I'm doing for you, they look at you dead in your face and say, I ain't asked you to do that.
You know, modern women, a lot of them thrive on what's out there. I'm doing it for the plot. What's next? But, you know, unless there's a little bit more uncertainty, especially in dating, men don't really thrive off of that same thing. And so, you know, when you run into the same thing over and over again and it gets expensive, then for a lot of men, that curiosity stops. I'm not really curious anymore about it because I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. So I'm not really curious anymore. I'm more so tired. I'm more so frustrated. I'm more so upset. I'm no longer excited at the potential to meet somebody because for, you know, going out with these modern women, it ends poorly. So I'm at that point in time, a lot of men just check out. They just go their separate ways. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing. Don't worry about me.